News Pilot.
Yes, welcome back. The Punt Pals podcast, and this is a segment we all look forward to the most, Robbie. This is this week's bets as we will look at round 10 of the AFL season.
I love it. Good work, Nico. That's an excellent intro. My name's Robbie Vaughn. This is Nick Ristovic. We are going to rip in with some bets and find you some money for this weekend. Let's start off with our Dublin bets. This, mate, is where we just look to double our money. It doesn't have to be fancy. It's just got to get us about 2 to 1.
Well, that's it, mate. And these are the ones where you cover your bets for the weekend. So you've got your safety bank in the Dublin, and then you play around with a few SGMs and a few goal kicker multis and really load up. So this is the one where we like to get all the fans around, man.
Exactly right. So let's start with yours, mate. How are you doubling our money this week?
Double the money with the Giants. I think they're going to be too good. I think the Dogs and the Lions also pretty short. So the Giants $1.34, $1.26 for the Dogs, and $1.19 for the Lions. I think at $2.02, that looks pretty safe, my friend.
Sensational. Now, I'm just keeping it very, very easy this week. So Carlton, $2.13 to beat Sydney. That's my Dublin bet. Get 10 on it. Make your money.
And came off last week with your single bet here for the Dublin. So you're in some good form.
Got some form. I think that might be the way for me to do it because the more legs you have in, and this is just from my point of view, the more chance you've got to lose it. If you have one leg, at least you just give yourself a 50-50 shot. Not like that.
No, exactly, mate. And I think anytime you can double your money and build a bit of a balance over multiple weeks, that's what you want to do. So that's what we're about, mate.
Hell yes. So, all right, there's going to be some money there. Giants, Dogs, Lions from Nick at $2. Carlton, $2.13 straight up for me. Let's look at our WA same game multis. This is where we look at the two games that the West Aussie teams, the Dockers and the Eagles, are playing in, and we try to find some positives, especially if the teams aren't going great. What players out of those two teams are going to get us over the line and get us a nice little win in a multi?
Well, I'm taking on the Freo players this week. You're going with the West Coasters. You've been in really good form with the West Coasters, to be honest, mate.
Yeah.
You found a couple of bankers and they're paying every single week. So for me, unfortunately, my team in Freo aren't paying every single week, mate. So I'm going to have to find some value with a few of the players.
Hello.
Brayshaw, 25.
Yep.
Had the moles on him a few weeks ago. He's lifted. Usually kicks a goal every couple of games too. So I won't put that in today, but it's one to look at.
Yep.
Geordie Clark. 33 last week, Posies, off half back at 20 plus, looks like an absolute banker.
Gets it done every week.
Luke Ryan, they run everything through him. He seems to just get all those cheeky switch kicks across the ground, so he'll have 20 plus. And then a couple of small forwards for Freo. The big forwards haven't really been firing, so Isaiah Dudley and our man, the marquee man, Shea Bolton, anytime.
Oh, love it.
So Brayshaw 25, Clark 20, Ryan 20, Luke Ryan, Dudley and Bolton, the small forwards for Fremantle to kick a goal, and that'll get you $6.
It's a nice payout there.
Juice.
Yep, I reckon you'll get it done as well. Dudley, I like. He seems to be getting a lot of the ball in that forward line, and he just jags a goal.
Full game now too, not coming off as on as a sub, so he'll have his chances, mate. No doubt about that.
He's X factor for sure. For me, oh man, this sounds so boring, but I've found a few guys for West Coast that just get it done every week, and if you don't use that when you've got it, then it's kind of silly. So I've got Liam Baker, 20 plus. He does it every week. Cripps has kicked a goal in every game this year that he's played, so you can't really not have him in your multi any time. Marriage 20 plus and Waterman 2 goals plus. That comes into $2.80. I think it gets it done this week, and if you want to find some value out of West Coast, that's where it's at. It's not betting head-to-head with the West Coast game.
No, that's so true. And Baker's just been revelation for them, hasn't he, really? Mr. Consistent. Played another really great game against his former side in the Tigers on the weekend. And if you want to roll both of those WA SGMs together, Robbie.
Oh, hello.
Have a look at the price, mate.
He's gone next level. What is it?
$16.80 for that combo. So 6 and 280 there. So I'll be having a little bit of a flutter on that, mate.
Oh, yes. I'll be doing the same thing. That's massive, actually.
It's juicy.
There'll be a lot of thank yous coming our way if we wrap that in,
Yeah, mate, absolutely. On to our next section, and this is the last but not the least. This is our lovely little goal kickers multi we put together every week, isn't it, mate?
Yes, mate. I love this, and I always leave you to curate this, the goal kickers multi. It's smart from me because it means if it doesn't get up, I can just throw blame you. And if anyone complains to me, I can just handball it on.
And that's usually how it rolls here on the Punt Pals podcast, but I'm prepared to put my big kahunas on the line here, mate.
What are you going to run with?
Well, this is the fun part about it. I guess you got goal kickers across multiple games. Bit of a fun one to follow throughout the round. So Charlie Kerner, I think he kicks 2 plus.
Love it.
Was very good. He played Sydney, who have been absolutely rubbish. So I think he'll be amongst the goal scorers. Ben King for Gold Coast. He's pretty consistent, to be honest, mate. Even when you think he's not going to get two, he bobs up and kicks a couple in the last quarter. They, play, of course, play the Hawks in Darwin. Jamie Elliott, the
Love
6
it.
goals he kicked against Freo last week, has him in good veins of form for 2+ again. Big Darcy Fogarty, the big hulking legs of Darcy Fogarty. They are playing the Magpies at the MCG, but I think he'll get on the right end of a couple too, so he's 2+.
Love it.
Georgiades, the main man for Port down at
He
the
is
full
now.
forward. You know, the most targeted inside 50 player in the league.
Wow.
He will kick 2+, no doubt. Thank you for the green light and the tick there, mate.
And there's going to be one more.
And there's one more. Dempsey anytime for Geelong. Can't trust any of the big forwards for Geelong. He's the man. He goes forward. He takes the hangers. He kicks them in front. He takes them with Crumb and kicks them from there too. So he's our man. So we've got Kerner 2 for Carlton. Ben King 2 for the Gold Coast. Jamie Elliott, the 6 goal scores last week. 2+ for him. Fogarty 2. Georgiades 2. Dempsey anytime. Simple, right?
Love it. We're going to get you in the cash this week.
$9.64 for that one, mate.
Love it. Love it. All right, mate. That's the bets for this week. Thanks for following the Punt Pals podcast. You can find us on all the socials, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's all there. Good luck with your punting this week. And I know you like to give the disclaimer.
If you are going to have a punt, though, mate, make sure you do it responsibly.
Well
and
said.
obviously think of what you could really be gambling with, mate.